Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of Back to Basics. Back to Basics is a bunch of videos that's literally taking you to the beginning, and I'm showing you how to make things from scratch. We're all really fed up with the amount of unnecessary ingredients, chemicals, and other things that are added in our food. So hopefully the bunch of those videos will help you guys to make healthier choices and teach you how to do things from scratch. So guys, in this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make your own cream from fresh milk. And we know with cream we can make butter, we can make ghee, which is shelf stable. So it is a very good idea of knowing how to do that. One of the really important things, guys, to make sure that you select a correct milk. Of course, fresh raw milk is the best. However, we know it's quite difficult to come across. But most important thing, that the milk cannot be homogenized. It could be pasteurized, which is absolutely fine, but it cannot be homogenized. Homogenized is a process to which many manufacturers put their milk through and then pretty much change the molecular structure of milk. They split like fat particles into smaller particles. It makes milk a bit smoother in their opinion, but unfortunately it changes the whole structure, which makes it not suitable for making a cream. Because the whole idea, guys, to make cream is literally separating the fat part of the milk and the whey. And we can unfortunately achieve that if the milk has been fiddled with. So I've got here a full fat milk, okay, and all we got to do, okay, I've got a container and I've got the glass container because I want you to see what's going to be happening to that milk in the process. The idea is, guys, it has to be quite a wide container because the idea is that the fat particles will then rise to the top. So the cream part will rise to the top. So, right, I've got the milk here. I'm going to pour it in. And you quite often notice, if you do buy fresh farm milk, that you already have particles of cream floating because it already starts to separate. When it's in the bottle, okay, a little particles will be at the top. So you can see it's already started doing its work. But we want to get all of the cream out of the milk. Well, in fact, as much as possible. So putting this in the widest container gives us that ability to do so. So now, okay, our milk is in that container. All we're good to do, cover this with a cling film and put this in the fridge overnight. So guys, the following morning and our cream is now separated from the milk underneath. You can see the fine line on the top. It is very fine, but you can just about see it. You have to be super careful if you're transferring this. From the fridge to the table, whatever you're doing this, because obviously the motion can sort of mix in the cream and milk back in together, which we don't want because the idea is we are separating the cream from the milk. So if I just take a spoon here, you remember me pouring it in with just milk, and now if I just do that, you can see the spoon is totally covered in cream. So what the problem is that we have, okay, and this is why I think many people choose not to make the cream, is actually separating now that cream from the liquid or from the milk underneath, because it's such a thin layer, okay, of the cream on top. It is very difficult because it's so fragile, okay, it can just literally just get mixed together. But there's options there. You can do this with like a spoon trying to scrape it on the top, but as you can imagine, obviously it covers the spoon really well, but you'll probably be there for a little while. So my suggestion is I'll be using my turkey baster, which I use for my brewing when I do samples, and I'm going to try and get underneath the cream and get the milk out, so the cream gonna stay in there. So let me move the camera closer and we'll do it together. So here we are, camera's closer up. Hopefully you just about get to see there. See how thin that layer of cream is. So, right, my turkey baster is ready, and let's go and see if we can separate the cream from the milk. The idea is, I would imagine, we'll have to be tilting that a little bit, okay? So do excuse my camera works whilst I'm doing that, but I'm trying to make sure you guys get to see it at the same time. I'm actually trying to accomplish that. So let's get that. So let's tilt that forward. Helps if I get the air out. Here we go. Look at that. Look. You see how thick that cream is? That is absolutely amazing. So milk goes into the jug. Here we go again. Get the air out. Here we go. Look at that. Perfect. You can see that skin of the cream in there, hopefully. You can see how thick this is. That is so great. You can use probably a normal siphon if you wanted to do that, but I won't risk it. So I just wanted to show you here, guys, as we are doing this for the purpose of learning. So we can see milk. It does have a little bit of floating bits of cream there, but, you know. Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, okay, I'm going to continue this off camera, and I'm going to show you once I'm finished. So, guys, here we are. Okay, I've taken out about 800 ml of milk, so it leaves us with approximately 200 milliliters worth of cream. As you can see, I've been scraping this on the side, guys. Look at that. This is pretty much just like butter. This is what exactly we'll be making with that. But you can see, okay, all of that. And it tastes totally different. It just tastes, guys, so much more natural. I don't know why, whether because we're making it ourselves, but nonetheless, it just yeah, it just tastes absolutely amazing. So, guys, and this is it. This is how easy it is. Of course, pick up a whisk afterwards, okay, and mix in the solids with the milk back up, so you pretty much get to the consistency, give or take, of a single cream. As we already established, okay, you can see it really does not yield a lot. To be fair, it's probably a little bit thinner than a single cream, but there's a really one huge positive side to this, guys, is we know exactly where it came from, and we made it ourselves, and that's what's going to make it super special. With the milk, obviously we have our milk left. I would call this, it's probably a semi-skimmed milk, because we still do have some of the milk particles in there. So all you can do afterwards, again, do as you please with the milk. You can make some cheese curds, whatever you want. It all will be covered on my channel in those series, but you can put it back in a bottle, okay? You can give it a really good shake. You mix up all the other particles that were separated, and it will be your normal milk that you can then add into your tea. So, which is, there's no waste, there is no problem, and we'll have a really good final result. So anyway, guys, okay, I do hope that you have enjoyed the video, okay? I will be making different things. Like I said, we'll be making a butter, we'll be making ghee, we'll be making a lot of things with Back to Basics. But hopefully you found this video, hopefully you find this video, guys, educational, because to be fair, myself, I haven't really thought of making my own cream because, well, generally, let's be frank, you just pop in the supermarket and pick one up. However, as we're talking about, the knowledge is a key. I think it's just very important of knowing how to do this. Would I make the cream again? If I'm desperate, absolutely. We're talking about being able to get ourselves safe food that doesn't consist of any additives. But if I'll be making, obviously, the cream, I'll be making butter from that because I generally just don't consume the cream. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. It's really important for the channel and it helps the channel grow. And thank you for watching. I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.